Hello everyone, good evening. First off, I'm so happy to see you. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get this up earlier today. I actually got quite ill. I deal with some chronic issues, dealing with allergies and asthma, and they're very definitely stress related, or not so much stress, but trauma related. And so those things have been ramping up, and it's really affected me. It's really, things have affected me in general. I saw Bill Moyers say that he was worried about our country for the very first time. And if you know anything about Bill Moyers, the reporter, he's in his 80s or 90s, and so that's saying something. So, but I know we got this, and I know we're just the people to be here right now. So you've seen this guy before. He means a lot to me. This was a gift, and it just means the world to me because it's about finding that joy that no one else can take away from me. Another gift that means a lot to me. Let's see, is that the right way? Or is it this way? Okay. So anyway, I love the idea of understanding that you have a gravitational field that's drawing you to where you need to be. And to me, that is your own North Star. And the importance is to not lose sight of it. Don't lose sight of your own North Star that's drawing you and bringing you to where you need to be because you're dedicated to your own little tiny individual self. Why not have the whole power of the universe coming through you rather than your desire to force others to be what you would like them to be? So this was another one here too. This was also just a lovely, lovely gift. And I just really appreciate all these gifts. Adele gave me the Buddha, and Lynn, another one of my clients, gave me this tree. And this is a really important tree. This really is the symbol for who we really are. So we want to understand the image of the great tree. The tree that is the basis of our life. That is your basis that continues to grow even as you go on and even as you have elements that diminish. It's not about the fear of loss, because there's something essential about you that cannot be lost. So I wanted to show you those things. And, tomorrow will be the last of this series, and then I'll start up something else. And so please let me know if you're interested. I'm thinking I will do a Monday session, and I'm going to go back to focusing on our relationship to emotion and how our emotion can help create change in our world if we have a different relationship to the emotion. If you have that proper relationship where your emotions serve you, then we can have that flow that comes through us. If you are serving your emotions, well, your emotions always want to intensify and become more of it. So again, anxiety wants to become fear. Fear wants to become, terror. That's the way that it works. So by being aware of these elements, we can understand that by really opening up our awareness and being aware that we control our attention, not anyone else, okay? Not the government, not the media, not terrorist groups. No one else controls your attention but you. So I just want to touch base real quickly on a few things, and then I'm going to let you go on with your evening. I want to talk about how excited, how wonderful I am about accessing my own courage. Courage is not about not being afraid. Courage is recognizing that you have a burning desire that is greater than your fear. I have a desire to be of support to people, and I have a desire to help us come back together. Really, that requires willingness, doing what you need to do. We want to understand that there's some part of us that does not want change. It wants to be identified with the emotions that we feel the most, because it's when we are caught up by intensity. When we think intensity is the key to power, what ends up happening is we become quite forceful. We try to force other people to believe what we want them to believe. Now, when you understand that subtlety is the key to power, your ability to pay attention to the subtle amidst the intense is your ability to listen to your own intuition. When we are able to do this, and when we support each other, because we need to draw strength from each other. It's clear that we have some people who are not interested in coming together. They're more focused on their hate than anything. The funny thing about it is that they're never going to be able to feed that hate enough. Hate is a bottomless pit of greed. And that's why people who hate eventually often do some really horrible things. But, it's important for us to understand that we are not going to allow our freedom to be taken from us. I heard of made me sad to hear about this. A young, I think I was told it was a young girl, a young African American girl, 6-year-old, who was asking her father if slavery was coming back. See, this is the type of thing that's going on, this intensity. But we want to understand that freedom is not the freedom to take any road. Freedom is the ability to take the road right for you, and not have it be one that is about forcing something, but revealing something. You don't have to make a decision. You need to reveal that which is right in your heart. I also want to encourage you to keep laughing. Keep laughing is so very, very important. Keep laughing. Because laughter opens us up. Laughter, I'm not talking about mean-spirited laughter. I'm talking about the laughter that's a heart-opening experience. We get closer with real laughter. If someone really thinks you're funny, it's really hard for them to really dislike you, right? So keep laughing, enjoy your life, and understand that we're looking for acceptance, not trying to force things to be what we want them to be. You know, this whole idea of the, you know, it's almost like, what was it, Pol Pot, you know, when Cambodia, when they were like trying to just kill anyone who was educated. You know, we want to have access to all the elements of our skills, including the ability to be scientists or philosophers, and to be able to trust those individuals. Would you trust an individual to do like heart surgery based on their gut reactions? No, you need more than that. So I want to bring that up. And I also want to bring up that acceptance is the doorway. When we accept what's happening, we can go through the doorway and we can find solutions. And that's where we find our transformation. So the very last thing I want to bring up here today is the idea of mercy. You know, mercy is the willingness to withhold punishment or judgment from someone who, you know, is within your power. If you are not harshly, you know, aggressive to someone who's in your power, you're showing them mercy. If you show respect to someone who's in your power, you're showing them mercy. And the beautiful thing about that is that road is also the road that we are also to receive in like kind. So I'm asking you to be merciful, and I'm asking you to understand that what we have going on right now, which is this incredible desire to be judgmental of each other, I mean, it's just amazing to me. You know, are you this enough? Are you that enough? Are you doing this enough? Are you doing that enough? You're not doing enough of that. You're doing too much of this. You know, I know that this is a very complex reality, but I don't know about you, but my focus is going to be to strike myself as powerfully and concisely as possible, and to try as best I can to be a model for what I would like to see in the world. You know, the model that I would like to see in the world are people who are graceful in their presentation and classy. I like to be classy, and those things relate to mercy. So, you know, understand that every judgment, every harsh judgment is actually an energetic attack. When you judge someone really, really harshly, some part of you is actually energetically attacking that person. That's one of the reasons why we've seen presidents age so dramatically. It's also when you know, I went to a school called Kripalu in Lenox, Massachusetts for yoga, and the founder there had got caught up in a big scandal, a sexual scandal. He was unbelievably beautiful, and then like a year and a half later, he looked aged like 15, 20 years. This is what judgment does. So I'm asking you to show mercy for people in your life. Understand that things are very, very challenging right now. I'm so excited about our future, and I'm giving you my utmost commitment that I'm going to be doing my very, very best to make this world, or to help this world flow into a direction that is good for us all, every human being. Remember the Bodhisattva vow, that you are here to serve all sentient beings and not just the ones you like. So I'm going to ring the bell. I'm going to ask you to listen carefully. Here we go. Let's take a deep breath in. Big sigh. And let the breathing come back to normal. One last thing, my friends. Do not get caught up in dedication to your most negative feelings. We're not going to find our way through hatred. The Buddha said you cannot wash away blood with blood, and you cannot end hate by hating. So, I wish you the very best. Namaste. I'm going to put up a video in the morning and a blog post in the evening tomorrow. And then on Monday, I'm going to start my regular flow. And I really need to focus on a little bit of healing because this has been very traumatic. But a trauma that I'm willing to step up to. Have a wonderful day. I wish you much love, and to all those that you love. Namaste.